Hi everyone, it's Ken's. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to do my fall deck pairings. So it's time for me to do my take on this. I know it's a little bit late in the season, but I really wanted to do this anyway because I think I have some unique pairings at least. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so my first pairing is the Woodland Wardens Oracle and the Smoke, Ash, and Embers Tarot. I had to remember the name because in my mind it's just my dragon tarot deck. But I really like these two because they have a very similar color palette, I would say, and just a similar vibe. Very like woodsy, very autumnal. And I think they pair really well together. For example, they just feel like they exist in the same world, if that makes sense. Like, they're dragons in this Woodland Wardens world, you just don't see them. And perhaps they pair with nature in a different sort of way. But I really like these. I don't know how people always manage to get these all face up when they do videos. Also, don't mind my my concert stamp from the other night. It's lasting a weird amount of time. But yeah, I just feel like the borders are similar and color schemes work really well, and I've just gotten some really good readings with this. There's just something about both of these decks that like excites me so much. I don't know, I just get so hyped. I just love animals and dragons. I don't really have anything insightful to say about this. I feel like I feel like it speaks for itself, you know? They just look so good. Getting self-deception vibes from this. Can even get a little bit of guidebook action. That's one thing about this Dragon's Tarot. The Smoke, Ash, and Embers Tarot doesn't have a guidebook, so it does have these two cards, which are nice for keyword purposes, but it doesn't have a guidebook, so it is nice to sort of pair that energy with something a bit more verbose. And with this, whoa! I just happened to open right to this. That was really convenient because some of these Roman numerals like take me a second to figure out. Yeah, it kind of can just bring out some of the messages because I find that, you know, you would think something with dragons might be really fiery, but I actually find that this is a rather like soft-spoken deck. Like it's almost like you really need to like bend an ear over and like really listen to what it's saying because I find it speaks quietly but like very powerfully, obviously. Yeah, trickster energy with the Hermit. Beware the charming stranger. Before opening up to someone new, consider what they may have to gain from your trust. And Seven of Pentacles, that's really cool. It is hard sometimes after a period of self-development to open yourself up again if you've been in hermit mode. So yeah, I really like these two. This one also is like kind of quiet to me. There's just a quiet power about both of these decks that goes really well together, in addition to the aesthetics being awesome. So yeah, that's my first pairing, the Woodland Wardens and Smoke, Ash, and Embers. So next I actually have 3 different oracle decks. So I have the Citadel Oracle by Fez Inkwright, and I have the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle by Kim Kranz, and then this last one is the Cabinet of Curiosities Oracle deck. And it has little acorns on it, which is already a bit fall-ish, but what I really like with these is it's sort of this like D&D type world, and you know, it's not strictly fall, but there's just something like sort of dark to me. And I mean, alchemist, witchiness, it goes together for me, even if it's like a slightly different brand of witchy vibes. So I like to sort of look at how these archetypes work with these different materials. And so you can get some really fun pairings from this. This one's really cool, the Assassin and Quills and Oil of Vitriol. Let's see, Quills. Precision, focus, and talent. Yeah, with the alchemy, or with the Assassin, pretty cool. Dancer and Breath. Oh my gosh. And Moon Snail Shell. I haven't looked at this in a while. I kind of go intuitively with this one a lot, but Rest, Tenderness, and Vulnerable. Pretty. How about we get more into this one? The Diviner, Yellowing, and Lucky Rock. So the keywords for Lucky Rock are dependable, trust, and contented. So we've got a dependable diviner. This guidebook for the Wild Unknown Alchemy, it does get very wrinkled, if you can see that, but Kim Krans just writes so well. And yeah, all of her guidebooks are so cool. Yellowing. Divine timing, evaluation for the diviner, and then aging, transitioning, and warning. The next phase of our alchemical work. Yellowing of pages in a beloved novel, or the ochre blanket of leaves in fall. This color seeps out to signify the beginning of an end. Well, we can reliably know that those cycles will happen over and over again. Yellow bridges all phases of light and completes a rainbow. I love that write-up. So yeah, I'm getting a little lost in thought, but I just think this can just bring out some really fun stories. Termination, sacrifice. Bone here means support, defend, aid. And Quicksilver. Gambler, Raven's Head, and Mushroom Log. Join, cooperation, and provide. So yeah, this is fall vibes. I just think like perhaps this one is the strongest fall vibes out of all of them, but again, it's just very witchy vibes, and you can get some really cool readings out of this, as I said. Very cool. So yes, that is this Oracle deck trio of the Citadel, the Wild Unknown Alchemy, and the Cabinet of Curiosities. So for these next two, I honestly don't use these enough. And a lot of these decks actually are going to be in an upcoming hidden gem deck video, because a lot of them are underappreciated in general, I feel. I'll keep the guidebook out. Definitely advanced, I would say, both these decks, more so the Botanica Tarot, but also the Nocturna Oracle. I didn't say that at the start, but that's what they are. And I really like these two because they're both on a black background kind of decks. This all feels like it could be happening in the same forest. I like these together because, again, while it all feels like it's happening in the same like forest or garden, I also feel like they have very similar vibes. It's decks you need to sit with to really hear what they're saying. And they just look really pretty, of course, but you know. I just think with the color palette, like a lot of these look like they could be blooming in fall. Like it's just not summer vibes. It really feels like the end of the season, like flowers that are just starting to fade. Yeah. Honestly, just looking at this is making me want to play with it more. These decks don't get enough love. But I find they go really well. And again, to me, it just has fall vibes. Kind of speaks for itself, I think. So again, this was the Nocturna Oracle and the Botanica Tarot. So this one is tough because I had this recent addition to my collection, so I feel compelled to add it. I have another pairing for this Oracle deck, but I wanted to try putting these together for the first time actually, but I just feel like they have pretty similar vibes. I mean, it's like awaken your inner magic, believe in your own magic, and there's a lot of girlies and femmes in general. This one is slightly more shadowy, but this one has really powerful messages as well. So let's try putting them next to each other. The Witching Hour Oracle absolutely is very fall vibes strongly. And then this one is more subtle, I would say, but again, it's just something about the color palette for me, as it is with a lot of these. Morning with Surround Yourself with Love. Transformation and Feast. It is weird to me that there are two cards in this deck that say Transformation, but that's okay. You already have all the answers. Trusting in the process. Familiar and don't seek anyone's approval. That's like kind of similar colors here. Book of Spells and unplug and relax for a spell. Very cool. That's why I like this one. It has some like slightly darker vibes, like low vibes. I've never had a card that said that directly in an Oracle deck before. Just some of what drew me to it. Some of these really interesting ones. But that'll certainly spark a protest. Herbs and potion, like love these combos. Solitary Witch and Villain, oh my gosh. Wow, I'm loving this. This card was what actually inspired me to get this deck. Like this one, that's why I don't want to make this deck seem like it's not good for like shadow work or anything like that, because it totally is. It's just so unique. You just don't see this very often. Anyway, I can just keep flipping these forever, but ooh. Witch of the Woods and Bitchfire. Love. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. But anyway, I also wanted to, in addition to this spontaneous one, I found another deck that I thought was a very unexpected but ultimately good pairing. Hear me out, okay? This is my real hear me out moment for this. This might seem so weird, but the Majestic Earth Tarot and the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. Just hear me out. So you might initially think these are very, very different vibes, but it's not just about the color palettes. I find it really interesting to have the juxtaposition of like older art from like older times, and something so like modern and contemporary, you know? This is like following your intuition with someone. Ooh. Definitely the death of something here. Love. Like, look at that. I know color palette isn't everything, but yeah, I just think it's really surprising and like weirdly satisfying. I don't know, I sort of just like the call and response of like the past and the present talking to each other. I love the timelessness of this deck. I know this deck is somewhat controversial, the Majestic Earth, but I think it's so cool. Like it speaks to me. I know some people get like nothing from it, but it definitely speaks to me. Like that's so pretty. I just really love it. Ooh. Wow. So yeah, maybe really unexpected take, but sometimes it's fun to just be like, these two would look good next to each other. Let's see like if the energy is there, and you might get some really surprising pairings that way. It's just really fun to play with. So yeah, that was 2 options for the Believe in Yourself, Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, excuse me. With the Witching Hour Oracle and the Majestic Earth Tarot. Okay, so these next 2, this is absolutely not an original pairing. So I have the Pacific Northwest Tarot and the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. And I'm so sorry, but I forget who I first saw this pairing from. But like even just looking at the backs, like look at that, like they each have, I don't know, they just look so good together. But yeah, I don't remember who I first saw this from, but I was just like, that is absolutely stunning. And the PNW Tarot is a lot newer to me. I haven't really, look at that sword and dagger. I haven't had as much time to explore it, but these you could really argue for like a lot of seasons, but again, just the naturey vibes from this, and the somewhat muted, well, I don't know, there's a lot of bright colors too, and you could really argue every season for these, but something together, it just ends up being a bit more fall-like, in my opinion. Some may feel differently, but, and maybe that's just because that's where we are right now, but I mean, when I think of the Pacific Northwest, I think of a lot of things, but when I think of like media, I mean, the gloom and twilight does come to mind, and that gives fall to me. But yeah, whoever thought of this, you are a genius, because low-key, I mean, I'm not, okay. I think I would have come up with it if it hadn't been put in my head first, because of the color palettes and like the, what is that even called? Just the edging here, and but the borderlessness. But yeah, they just look so cool together. Look at that. So many cute little families. The rose. It's the last card of fall. That's cool. Miracle of Your Own is on its way. I mean, great family is a miracle. Look at this. Well, this one's actually up to no good. From reversed, it looks like very sad eyes. Upright, not so much. But it's almost like the temptation of the apple is so great. I could just look at these all day, honestly. But yeah, very debatable, I guess, on if it's really fall-like or not, but I think it just averages out to a bit of a fall feeling. I could see using this pairing like all year long, or at least like spring and summer as well, though. But yeah, I love these two. Totally stunning. Oh my gosh. I'll stop now. But yeah, that's the Pacific Northwest Tarot and the Seed and Sickle Oracle. Oh, I also wanted to mention something that was really cool with these that I noticed, because I was kind of thinking I could do like actually doing the spreads in guidebooks, a little thing, little video maybe, because I don't do it enough these days, to be honest. But I found this really interesting similarity where they have like a growth kind of spread that's like very similarly situated, and it has like soil and root stem. It's like tree versus plant, but growing up to the flower or the canopy. And yeah, I just thought those were so cool together. I did like both readings kind of back to back, and it was very profound. So yeah, I just thought that was like a funny, I mean, obviously nature-y decks might have that, but I just thought that was cool. Just wanted to share, that's all. Okay, so for the final pairing, I have the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Halloween Oracle. And these, again, similar color scheme is what gets me thinking about a pairing, but obviously the vibes need to pan out as well. And the Wild Unknown is like, has a lot of darkness as a deck. They both have darkness and pops of color, which is cool. But I think they have a similar tone to them where it can be pretty serious, but also there's a lot of light at the same time. And they look great together. When you know something just isn't working out. Wow, pretty messages. Yeah, this deck makes me like cry sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Halloween Oracle is like strangely profound. Oh my gosh, the Black Cat and the Devil together. Love that. And Pentacles. Really get people clutching their pearls. The Lamp and the Sun and the Mother of Cups. So sweet. Like, yeah, I think there's like something about these two together where they end up like softening each other's rougher edges, and like, wow, this is a wild pairing actually. Oh my gosh, no words for that one. Yeah. So yeah, even though Halloween is over, it's still just a very fall deck. And then, I mean, the Wild Unknown is pretty timeless, but I think if I had to say a season, it would probably be fall, if I had to pick one to assign to it. That's an interesting one. Interesting. Well, ambitious. Anywho, I'll stop that. But yeah, I really like these together. Looking for like one of the skull. Yeah, I love this card. What do we have for this one? I don't know. I just think the black and the pops of color are just really cool. So yeah, that's the Halloween Oracle and the Wild Unknown Tarot. This was so fun. I literally just want to like keep flipping cards forever, but I will stop. This Oracle deck also has a death card. Ooh, very cool. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got inspired by this in some way. Thought of like if it sparked a new pairing idea for you, even if it's not the decks in this video, like if it just made you think of something, then mission accomplished. But yeah, I hope this was entertaining, not just me like flipping through things, but like, yeah, actually just thought-provoking. I had fun, so I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, until the next one, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.